Are we having fun yet? That's the question of the hour. The problem with marriage today, according to Time magazine, isn't love. It's commitment. We do seem to be living in a commitment-phobic era. William and Dorothy Pape have proven that love never fails for 66 years of marriage. Their story is a moving portrait of 1 Corinthians 13, the love chapter of the Bible. Dorothy was working in a hospital in a rough part of London, England. William had a service for children at a nearby church on Sunday afternoons. When they met for lunch, marriage was the furthest thing from Dorothy's mind. But one day, the Lord spoke to her heart, "If you get a postcard from Bill Pape, you're going to marry him." 3 days later, she received a postcard from Bill in Switzerland, where he was ministering. The couple was separated by 1,000 miles for the first year of their courtship, while Dorothy was in language school. The second year, they were about a 4-hour drive apart. Finally, they were married before heading to China as missionaries. Magdalene John brings us up to date on this enduring romance.
After 40 years in missions, the Papes finally returned to their home in Canada to retire. But that wouldn't be the end to this love story.
I couldn't manage a house much longer, and the garden was getting too much for him. He loves gardening.
So at nearly 90, they sold their home, and while in search of a place for both of them, they would be separated again.
When he needed more care, he went to Lynn Haven, and that's much bigger. And we did get a single room there, but then I had to find someone to drive me there to visit him.
After so many years of marriage, it was hard to be apart, until finally an opening became available at another residence. So now, after 60 years of marriage and even more years in ministry, the Papes now call this senior residence home. Back under the same roof, the Papes now see each other every day. And even though their ailments have separated them from being in the same room, their love for each other is still apparent. And as for advice they might have for those looking for that special connection they've been able to keep for all of these years, Dorothy says it comes down to commitment.
Well, I think commitment is the main thing that's missing these days, isn't it? I think so many start out thinking, well, we can end it if we want. But we knew from the very beginning that God had brought us together. But it's not easy for people these days, I'm sure. But that is what it takes, isn't it?
That's what it has taken for this couple to last 66 years. And even as they go to their separate rooms, the years they have spent together and the adventures they have had will forever remind them of the love they share. In St. Catharines, Ontario, Magdalene John, 100 Huntley Street.
This story first aired on February 12th of this year. Would you like to see it in its entirety? Go to 100huntley.com and look for 2 Nights Together. Would you like to experience this kind of love and devotion in your marriage? The Love Dare book has been a helpful tool for many. And although you see Ron and Ann together talking about it, you might be saying, oh, my husband wouldn't be interested in that, or my wife doesn't have time for that stuff. One partner needs to do this. It's supposed to be covert. They're not supposed to know you're doing it. They're just receiving it. And you know what? That does make a difference. We would love to send it to you when you call with your financial pledge for this ministry. And whoever you are, whatever your age, marital status, or history, Jesus says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Well, while our minds are just a little captured by the image of those beautiful falls in Niagara, Crossroads annual and final First Love Conference is coming up November 6th to 8th. And along with the fabulous speakers you've been hearing about, the accommodation and cuisine, I found out a special feature. Didn't know till yesterday. For 4 years, we have been missing a very sweet ingredient in our conferences. The founder, Norma Jean Maines, will be in attendance. Are you ready for the whole weekend? Now, for some of you, that is a huge tune-in factor. You want to look at what you're doing that weekend, and Norma Jean and I will be talking about this more tomorrow. But we need to know today, if possible, if you are planning to join us. Here is the number to call. You can register right now. Oh, wait till the end of the program. 1-800-265-3100. Oh boy, we want to have a full plate for our last hurrah in the falls, because as you know, we are moving to regional conferences. Maybe we got it from David. We are going to come to you, Lord willing. So we're excited, and you can log on to firstloveconference.ca if you want to register online. Just take care of that today. 4 to a room works, girls. So plan your party, it's not too late. Call that pledge line too, will you? We want to hear from you. We are just growing this family. 600 new members is our goal. 1-888-288-0003. And we're over to David and Norma.